Welcome to the Mindset Mile podcast, the show that'll leave you empowered to take action towards becoming the turned up version of your already awesome self. I'm your host, Aisha Zaza, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's go. Hello, friend, and welcome back to another episode of the Mindset Mile podcast. Happy Monday if you're listening to this when the podcast drops. And just so you know, if you don't want to miss an episode, please hit that subscribe button so you get this thing first thing on your Monday morning to get your week right. Okay, if you know one thing about me, it's probably my affinity for lifting heavy. So I got into CrossFit back in 2010, 2011, and pretty much have not looked back since. Now, if you don't do CrossFit, stick with me here, okay? This episode is not about CrossFit, but I do just want to give you a point of reference for what we're going to be talking about today, which is the insane benefits of strength training, CrossFit style or not. I'm naturally a competitive person, but I do take a lot of pride in the way that I manage my competitive edge because I know when my competition is myself. But if we're playing a game of, let's say, dodgeball, consider yourself demolished if you're on the opposite team. I'm friendly competitive, but not in the least important ways. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, but if you know, you know. But with CrossFit, I think what was so fun and addictive was the naturally competitive environment and that you're sharing the experience of what is kind of painful with others who are also keen on pushing themselves out of their comfort zone, which can inspire you to push a little harder and a little more than if you were by yourself. CrossFit is known for the traditional lifts like back squat, front squat, deadlift, bench press, push press, clean and jerk, and basically all of the variation of those lifts, which from the outside, I get, it might look very intimidating if you're not used to using a barbell or you've been sold the belief that to strengthen and tone your body, you need to do a bunch of different fancy exercises that require you to bend in a bunch of odd ways or use bands and look like you're doing an act of Cirque du Soleil, which is honestly what I see so often on Instagram. So many influencers post this type of exercise and workout because it's very clickbaity. It looks intensive. It looks like, oh, you need to be strong in order to do this. And it creates this desire to want to do all those things. But the truth is, building strength and a toned body is done best when you keep the movements very simple. Keep them raw and do them heavy. Now, when I say heavy, that's a relative term. Okay, I'm not asking you to deadlift 200 pounds if you're just getting started. Heavy means something different to everyone, but most of the time, your version of heavy should feel like you almost can't complete the last 2 to 3 reps when you get to them. So let's talk about some of the benefits of strength training. For one, strength training makes you stronger. Surprise! No, but why is it so important to be strong? A few episodes back, I did an entire episode and I went over why it's so important to eat enough protein. And you may remember that I mentioned that after the age of 30, women lose up to 8% of their muscle mass every decade. And loss of muscle mass is one of the biggest culprits of disease and disability in older populations. You want to condition your body to be strong for your own longevity. Lifting weights and strength training strengthens your bone density as well as protects your ligaments as you age, which might sound like something you need to worry about when you get there, but no, my friend. You need to start doing that now. It's going to be 100 times harder if you are reactive instead of proactive with building muscle over the course of your life. But not just for later in life. Strength training makes everything easier now. Getting your bags of groceries in and out of your car, playing with your kids, getting heavy bins down in your garage, moving furniture, getting up and down from the floor. Literally everything is easier when you are diligent about building strength. Not to mention, mentally, it's just so empowering knowing that you're strong and that you can do things by yourself. Okay, and number 2, lifting weights burns calories efficiently. Some of the most fit people I know or see online do not do traditional forms of cardio, and or they do it very limitedly or are instead focused on getting 10,000 steps every day. If you're still stuck in the mindset that you need to do an hour on the Stairmaster or elliptical to burn a bunch of calories, then listen up. By all means, do those things if they benefit you mentally or bring you joy. But to assume you're burning more fat because of the duration of which you are exercising, opposed to lifting weights and not breaking much of a sweat and it taking shorter of a period of time, no. Building muscle increases your metabolic rate. And your muscles, they're so efficient. They're much more efficient than fat mass because they burn way more calories when your body is at rest. So whereas you might burn 100 calories in 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, research shows that your metabolic rate is increased 72 hours after you lift weights, which means your body is still burning calories from that deadlift session you did 3 days ago. How freaking cool is that? Talk about bang for your time buck. 30 minutes of lifting weights trumps 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, which leads me to my next point. If a part of why you exercise is because you want to look great, which is completely okay, then adding muscle to your body will make you appear leaner. Pound for pound, muscle takes up less space on your body than fat does. It's more dense. Okay, which is why you might not see pounds drop on the scale, but your jeans will fit you better around your waist or your butt or your thighs. Okay. For those who embrace the impossible, the Defender 110 is up for the adventure. This iconic vehicle has been redefined with thoroughly modern design, both on the interior and exterior, with integrity and robust materials. With added innovations like the intuitive driver display, an award-winning infotainment system, and extra cargo capacity for your gear, the Defender 110 lets you go further and do more. Whether you're a family of 2 or have added to your gang, your adventures await. The Defender family features the 2-door Defender 90, the Defender 110, and the Defender 130, which seats up to 8. Learn more at landroverusa.com/Defender. And let's talk about heart health. Yes, strength training is also good for your heart. Regular strength training is shown to decrease blood pressure, lower bad cholesterol, and improve blood circulation, which in turn helps blood sugar levels, which happens to be a major risk factor for heart disease. Okay, and now I don't even know what point I'm on. Is this 5, 6? I think it's 6. Okay. Strength training also helps you improve your range of motion, your mobility, and it helps to strengthen your ligaments and tendons, which in turn reduces your risk of injury. Now, you may not realize the posture at which you walk around with now, or the way in which you maneuver your body to pick something up off of the floor, or even to do a very basic exercise. But if you're not strong enough to use the correct muscles in the correct way, then your body is compensating by using incorrect muscles or weaker muscles, which is exactly how to blow out your lower back or pull a muscle anywhere in your body. And I don't know about you, but I don't have time to be injured. If there are injuries I can prevent by being strong, then I want to do what I can do to do that. And among the many more benefits, I want to close with this one. Strength training is a great way to boost your confidence and self-esteem. Feeling and being strong is so empowering. It'll make you appreciate your body's brilliant capacity in ways that you just cannot appreciate otherwise. There's a satisfaction when you can measure your progress, whether that's by the weights on your barbell or the inches lost around your body, because you earned that. You earned that progress. That's the only way to get it, is by doing the work. And that is satisfying. It feels good knowing you're taking care of the one place you will ever live in this one life. The best project you will ever work on is you, your health, your body, your mental health, your physical health. Make it a freaking great one. Okay. I really hope this inspires you to find a program to follow, find a trainer to work with, or to just get to the gym consistently, because the benefits are so worth it. You are worth it, my friend. Tag me on Instagram so I can see which episodes you're loving. You can find me at Aisha Zaza. Please also send this episode to a friend that needs to hear this message. Maybe you guys can be strength training buddies and accountability partners. I cannot wait to see you next week. Until then, make it a great day.